Welcome back everyone. It's the Tuesday after the bank holiday, and yeah, it's a really sunny day here today in Exeter, but it's quite a bit of a chilly wind. It's not that warm, which is okay, because if it's too hot then it's a bit uncomfortable doing a lot of hard work. So let me show you what I've got. I plan to get a lot done today. I've even brought my own lunch up with me this time, so I've got no excuse. I don't have to go home for lunch or anything. So let me give you a quick look round and see what we're aiming to do today. Okay, top priority is get these peas in the ground. They're seriously lacking nutrition or something. And we're also going to get these ones in. These ones are hurst green shaft. These ones are mange tout. And the mange tout are going to go in there. So I've got to clear this bed first, which is a job in itself. Also, as you can see, all this section of grass has been nicely mown, but that section down there is all overgrown because they ran out of batteries for the lawnmower. So all this section of grass has got to be cut. Other jobs I've got to do. These remaining potatoes I want to get. These into some dirt. Might as well. They're not going to do anything if they're not in the dirt. And if I get time, I'd like to weed this bed before it gets overrun with grass. And probably that bed as well. So yeah, there's a few jobs to do. Quick look in the greenhouse. Delilah's French beans. They're all doing well. That might... Oh, okay, I'll give them a little bit of water. I mean, the soil does feel damp, but a couple of the leaves are shrivelling up. So I'll give them some water. Our tomato plants are looking okay. I think this is an underglobe artichoke. I don't know where she's going to put that. They're big plants. Anyway, that's not my problem. My problem is these peas, and that's what I'm going to get on with first. So it's been about 10 minutes that I've been working in this patch before realising that the camera wasn't switched on. It's such a bright day that it's almost impossible to see the little icons and the controls on the camera. So what I've done is I've used the mattock to get most of the big clumps out. Now they're out the way, it's left me enough room to get the hoe out and just hoe down all these remaining little weeds. I don't need it perfect, not at the moment anyway, because I just need the space cleared enough to get the mange tout in, and I'm going to be coming back later to put in some beetroot and radish. Yeah, that's the ones. So I'll just rake up all these leaves, throw them in the wheelbarrow, and that'll leave us enough space. Get the last remaining weeds out. I probably should have watered the bed before I started work, because the ground's incredibly dry. But I've started now, so I could have stopped at any time and worked them, but it didn't occur to me at the time. So I've got 12 of these plants, so I'm just going to space them out. As you can see, they're a bit root bound, but I'm hoping they'll take off once they're put in the ground. So I'm just going to space them out along this line. There is actually a chicken wire screen up here for them to climb up once they start growing. And now I'm really beginning to regret not watering the bed, because it's really difficult going with the bulb planter into the really hard brick soil. Also, don't forget to label your plants. It's just so easy to forget what we've got. Lots of plants only going at one time. It's very hard very easy to forget what they are. So I'm just going to space these along this fence, this chicken wire fence that I've constructed, and that should be it. And as I said, I should have got these in about 2 weeks ago, but I've been busy with other things. So I'm halfway done now, just the remaining half to do. I wish I'd be wearing my knee pads. It's a bit uncomfortable just kneeling on the duck. You get the occasional stone and it's just straight into your knee. But I'll get them on. I'll put them on after I finish this job. I'm nearly finished now. Just the remaining last couple to do. Last one up here, and then I'll put one in further down the line where I've already been. So yeah, I quite like these as well because you don't need to shell them, you just eat them whole, so there's hardly any fuss with them. All that remains now is just to give them a good water them in and give them a good drink, and hopefully they should take off. I'll start by breaking up the compost using a hoe, and this is just the compost from my normal compost bin. Then I'll shovel it out onto a tarp by the side of the compost bin, and this is where I'll remove anything I don't want going in the compost, or remove any insects if I can spot any, but also importantly remove any bindweed. So I'll shovel it out onto the ground, then I'll break up any big lumps, and that'll let me see any bindweed or anything that I don't want put into the compost, not anything a bit too twiggy. For potatoes it's not too important as they don't need such a finely tilled soil. So I then put in some bloodfish and bone and some potato fertiliser. This potato fertiliser is called Vitax, and it's a organic fertiliser that you can buy in most garden centres or online. It's quite a good potato fertiliser. So break up any clumps, then start filling the bag, or the container, but this time I'm using a bag, potato bag. So there's a couple of inches of compost at the bottom. Put your potatoes in with the shoots or chits facing upwards, then just fill the bag to the top, and basically that is it. So these bags I've had for a few years, and I noticed when I picked it up the handle started breaking, so this is probably the last year I'll use these bags. They are quite cheap. I get them in Aldi, I think, a couple of quid for 3 bags, so they're not too expensive. So once the bag's filled up to the top, what I do is I just move it up to the area where I've got all my other potatoes, and then the most important thing to do at this stage is give it a good water. Okay, so the next task I've got is finishing off cutting the grass. I started this last week and I only got half of it done before I ran out of battery power. So luckily the batteries, the strimmer and the lawnmower I've got are both works, so they both use the same batteries. It makes it a little bit easier, but even still there's only so much just these batteries will hold, and if the grass is really long, which it is this time, then the batteries struggle, or the mower struggles to get through the long grass. So this time what I'm doing is I've got the right height of the lawnmower set to its maximum, so that it's not trying to cut the grass right down to the ground. It's cutting it sort of like midway. And what I'll do next is I'll come back up next week and I shall put the lawnmower right height to its lowest to the ground, and that should finish the job off completely, and I should have a nicely manicured path in between my raised beds. But it's just one of these tasks you have to do when you've got grass on your allotment, so it usually doesn't take too long, but there you go, job done. Well, it's turned out to be a hot day, but I've got quite a lot done. Got everything I plan to do, so let me give you a quick whiz round and I'll show you what I've done so far. Okay, drank a lot of coffee. We put the peas in. So these are the hurst green shaft. They've all gone in. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, the pigeons might leave them alone. Got to tidy up all this area and put everything back. We've finished with the potatoes. So we've got 8 pots of cara, which are coming through. All good stuff. We have got 6 pots of King Edwards, which are still growing. They were put in later than the Cara. And we've got 9 pots and bags and containers of various green potatoes from last year. And that was all the weeds that I dug out of this bed, whole wheelbarrow full. So that's the mange too. They don't look too happy, but hopefully now they're in the ground, they'll pick up. And the moolie's doing rather well, although the carrots aren't. There's a few there. The onion bed still needs weeded. Might do that Thursday or Friday. And it looks like we've got a few parsnips coming through. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. So there's one there. So they're starting to come through. I was getting a bit worried about them. But just got to have a bit of faith, I think. So that's it for today. I'm going to sign off now. Hopefully I'll get this put up tonight, and I'll see you back again here soon. If you'd like to subscribe, please feel free to. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. Just click on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified whenever there's a new video. But that's it for now. See you all later.